Well, guten Abend, everyone. We are on our last night in Germany. We are here at the Tegel Airport Mercure Hotel. We wanted to be close to the airport because we have a very early flight, disturbingly early. But I wanted to take a minute to provide some final thoughts on our trip. We have done one giant southern directed loop through the country, starting in Frankfurt, going all the way down into the south region, and then all the way back up again, ending here in Berlin. We've been through multiple, regions basically. I forget all of their names, but they include Saxony and Bavaria, as well as two others, and I feel bad I'm blanking on the names. But anyway, the important thing is that we've tasted the local flavor of the food from each of those regions. I've personally tasted, and Vicky has sipped some of the local beers of those regions, and the food is very good. The people, I don't want to say the people are standoffish. The people are the way they are, depending on whether they're from the eastern part of the country or the western part of the country. It all depends on their, upbringing. But the country is unique in that they really appreciate history, they appreciate their heritage, but despite all of the unpleasantness that happened, in the last 100 years, two world wars, for instance, they look at it more as part of their collective history. They, I don't know, but it seems to me like they talk about it. They don't like to dwell on it because clearly it's an unpleasant topic. But they acknowledge that it is part of their history, and thus they don't try to brush it under the rug, but they talk about it plainly, simply, without a lot of emotion, one way or the other, and they just tell it like it is and let other people decide how they feel about it. So their architecture, their historic architecture, is very beautiful and incredible. Their ruling families, their kings, kaisers, emperors, etc., really drove a lot of their imperial building, if you will. Seemingly, they invested a lot in themselves and not entirely too much in infrastructure. But there were some public buildings that we saw that clearly were motivated for the people. But frankly, a lot of it was, about private estates for themselves, private art galleries for themselves, hunting grounds, parks, all for the betterment of the ruling family. But the trip has been great. Vicky and I, we've done really well working as a team. Me doing the driving, Vicky doing the coordinating and the scheduling. So 21 days has been a long time to be away, and I am looking forward to getting home. I'm not looking forward to uh, not looking forward to hearing any more crapola about the upcoming election from a certain party that shall remain nameless. I'm not looking forward to yet another mass shooting in the U.S. I am not looking forward to more BS from certain news outlets that will remain nameless. I'm not looking forward to censored television. Some of the TV that we have seen here, they're pretty liberal with the nudity, so I think that's okay. But I am looking forward to getting home to our own bed, our own house. Vicky will concur, but I will miss the quality of the food, the freshness of ingredients. I am not looking forward to going back to a lot of processed foods again. So, if anything, it has made me grateful for organic food and people who take care in the food products that they make. And I'm not looking forward to the lack of variety in coffee shops and bakeries and pastry shops and things of that nature. Um, but on the whole, I'll be glad to get back because you can only stay on vacation so long before you know kind of long for something else. But in a good way, not in a bad way. So I'm going to pause, and then I'm going to come back with Vicky, and Vicky's going to offer some of her final thoughts too.